Hi everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel, and today is a Disney day. We're going to be talking about all of the really cool announcements that came out at D23 to do with Epcot. I was just going to make this a video about all of the announcements, but there was so many announcements that I thought I'd split them up into different videos. So I am going to cover over the next few weeks the different things that were said and announced. But yeah, I thought I would start off talking about Epcot because I was thrilled to hear about all of the things that are going to be going on. So I've got my trusty notepad here. I've noted down everything. I'm not a Disney expert. If you are tuning in for the first time, I have this channel with my fiancée Helena. We are not Disney experts, but we are Disney mad. We are Disney fanatics. We always vlog our trips to Disneyland Paris, Disney World. If we go on any other future Disney trips, then we'll vlog them. We also do day in the life videos, we do lifestyle videos, cooking videos, all sorts of different videos. It's just our creative outlet is YouTube, but our main focus most of the time is Disney. We don't go one day without mentioning something relating to Disney. So let's get straight to it then. So I just thought I would talk about it. So D23 took place, it was August 23rd to 25th, and it was in Anaheim, California, and it's where they normally do a lot of announcements to do with the parks. And so Epcot was a big focus for Disney. And let's start with the first thing that I noted down. So Spaceship Earth is going to get new narration, a storyline, and scenes. So they're going to be changing it. And, you know, part of me is really excited about that, but part of me is a little bit sad about it. And I imagine quite a few other people are going to be a bit sad about it as well, because it's just got a really cozy feeling to it. And it's a ride that, you know, even though it's not like a thrilling ride, you always look forward to Spaceship Earth. And you look forward to knowing what you're going to get from it. So, like, knowing you're going to get the narration from Dame Judi Dench. That's a big thing. But hopefully they'll make it even better. I will be really sad if the new narration isn't Dame Judi Dench. I thought it would be quite a cool idea if you brought her back, even if it's new, to do the voice. I don't think there's been any say on who the voice or who the narrator is going to be. I think they should try and stick to somebody who is well known and like world renowned. I love that it's Dame Judi Dench because she's a national treasure over here. So yeah, I'm sort of sad but also excited to see what they do with it. So at the minute at Epcot, you've got the entranceway. If you look at the map, you've got the entranceway, you've got Future World East and Future World West, and you've got the showcase. And so another announcement that was made was that it's going to be made more into neighbourhoods. So it's going to consist of 4 neighbourhoods, which are World Discovery, World Showcase, World Nature, and World Celebration. The new pavilion, which is going to be World Celebration, is going to be the home base for signature festivals. It's going to have a 3-leveled structured building, stunning views over the World Showcase, remarkable design for the entrance. So I think that's really cool. So that they're going to make the entrance to Epcot a big feature, because you don't really associate, apart from seeing the big Spaceship Earth feature, there's sort of nothing else that grabs your eye when you're first going in. Although it's different when you've got Flower and Garden going on, because you've got all the topiaries up. But I think it'll be extra special to walk in and straight from the off be like, wow, I'm here at Epcot. I'm always a fan of a good view, so it'll be interesting to see what the view's like from that 3-tiered building. World Celebration will also feature breathtaking views of Dreamers Point, lush gardens, wishing tree, interactive fountain, and a new statue of Walt Disney, which I've seen. So that's going to be behind Spaceship Earth. I think Crispy Small posted one of the art concepts for that new statue where Walt Disney is sat down. So that's going to be a fantastic place to get a picture, get an old Insta next to Walt Disney. So that's going to be a great feature. Looking forward to that. World Nature is going to feature natural elements such as the land and the seas. I'm sorry, I am sweating. I think it's quite hot outside, and I'm sat here and I've moved the light really close. So I'm sorry if it looks like it's raining inside. I'm just really hot, and I've been doing some cooking as well. I've been doing meals with Martyn in between recording a day in a life vlog and this video. So I think I'm just a bit hot and bothered. Journey of Water. There's going to be something to do with Moana. Now, Moana is one of my favourite Disney films. Make way, make way. And I'm a big wrestling fan, and to see Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, who came originally from the world of wrestling and then has become just this massive star. I thought he did a phenomenal job as Maui, and Maui is one of my favourite characters with one of my favourite songs, You're Welcome. So this is going to be like a walkthrough interactive feature, and it's going to be all to do with water, and you'll be able to interact with the magical water, sort of like the film where the water's interacting with Moana. So I think that's going to be a really popular thing for the kids, but it's also going to be a good thing for us big kids as well, especially if it's a really hot day and you have a chance to cool down with some water. At the land, there's going to be... So one of the big things that they're doing is recording a lot of new films to put in the different lands, because that is something that I did notice when we were there last, is that a lot of the films in the different lands were just a bit dated. So what they've decided to do is update them all. So with the land, they've got a new film. It's going to be Awesome Planet, and that's going to start in January 2020. So I'm presuming that that's taken the place of... Was it the Lion King one that was in there? The one with Timon and Pumbaa? So that's going to be in the Land Pavilion. World Discovery is going to replace what is currently Future World East. So that's where you've got Test Track, you've got Mission Space, also the Ellen DeGeneres ride that was over there. But of course, you're getting the brand new ride. We're getting so excited for this in the future. Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. And the description is, it's going to be a thrilling, family-friendly coaster, and it rotates your focus as it's going around. So I don't know whether it's going to have some sort of like 3D or 4D effect to it, but it sounds like you're going to the roller coaster is going to move so that you can see different things. I mean, that's what I got from that description. I might be wrong. But also, it's going to shoot you off backwards, which sounds fantastic. Mission Space is going to get a restaurant. I'm all about the food, and if you're going to do a restaurant that is set in space, I'm all up for that. So Mission Space gets a restaurant. It's going to be called Space 220, and you're going to get in a lift up to the restaurant, and then I presume they're going to do it with projection, so that it looks like you are up in space, eating, looking down on the Earth. And I know just from the way that they do all of their rides, all the technology that goes into everything, the Imagineers, they're going to do a wonderful job, and it'll probably be as close as I will ever get to eating up in space. So I'm really excited about that, because I am a sci-fi geek and proud of it. There's going to be Play Pavilion, which is going to open for the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World, so that's 2021. Interactive Metropolis, which is going to be for kids and families. Games, activities, experiences, connect with friends, family and Disney characters like never before. So just a snippet of what that's going to be. Oh, Mary Poppins. This might be the thing that I am most looking forward to. So it's announced that there's going to be the first ever Mary Poppins attraction. I believe at D23, Dick Van Dyke was the one to tell everybody that this was going to be happening through a film. And it's going to be part of a new neighbourhood that's going to be in the UK Pavilion. So in the UK Pavilion, you are going to have Cherry Tree Lane, and you are going to have the Banks' house. That's going to look amazing. So it'll just be like stepping on to the street in the film. Imagine all of the different recreations you can try and do. Pretend that you're Dick Van Dyke walking down there, or you can pretend that you are, you're a Leary going down there. in the lovely London sky. So yeah, that's going to be something else. The pictures you'll be able to get from that, it'll make you feel really nostalgic, and it'll just bring to you all of that Disney magic. I get goosebumps thinking about what that's going to look like. In the China area, you're going to get a new film, so Wondrous China, which is a 360-degree digital format. So it's a journey across China. So this is a new film that they're going to be showing in the China Pavilion, but the one that used to be there sort of did the same job. But like I said, it was quite dated, so yeah, it's good to see that they're going to be updating that. Likewise, they're going to do that in the Canada Pavilion, although I am gutted because I never saw the original Canada film with Martyn Short. We went to watch it on the last Walt Disney World trip, and when we got there, it was going to be starting when our next Fast Pass was, and we had already arranged to meet the rest of the family at Test Track for our Fast Pass, so we didn't get to see it. I really wanted to see it because Martyn Short, I mean, he's one of my favourite people because he stars in a film called The Three Amigos with Chevy Chase and Steve Martin, which is one of my favourite films of all time. And he was also in Cinemagique, which is something that I saw at Disneyland Paris when I was younger, and that had a really big effect on me. So I really wanted to see this film. I mean, I'm not sure whether he's actually in this new one. So the new one is going to be debuting in 2020, new scenes and story. In the France Pavilion, I've been keeping Helena updated as to what is going on with D23 and these announcements, and the one she was most excited for is this one, Beauty and the Beast Sing-Along. That is like, it is made especially for Helena. So that's going to be going into the parks in January 2020. In summer 2020, the Ratatouille ride is going to be opening up. So that is exactly the same ride as you've got in Disneyland Paris. So that's going to be opening up in Walt Disney World in the France Pavilion. And this is something that I suggested during our Walt Disney World vlogs. I was like, wouldn't it be cool if in every pavilion you've got a ride that is to do with that pavilion? And then look what happens. You've got a Mary Poppins ride going to the UK one. You've got Ratatouille going to the French one. It's like they're listening to my words of wisdom. Sorry, I couldn't help but laugh. My words of wisdom. But yeah, I like the Ratatouille ride, so that'll be a welcome addition. And it's nice that there's going to be more rides in Epcot. I think that's just something that was missing a little bit, was because it is fantastic to walk around and to take in all those pavilions, but once in a while you want to be like, right, I want to go on a ride. So and then you've got the Frozen ride in Norway as well. So yeah, they are doing that now, aren't they? There's a ride in nearly every one. And then you've got these updated films as well. In France as well, there's going to be a new restaurant, La Crêperie de Paris. I'm sorry, I've probably just butchered that. Every time I try and do a different language, I just sound Geordie still. And that's going to be both table and quick service. In 2020, Harmony US. It's harmonious, but then it's got US on the end. It's going to debut as the Nighttime Spectacular. So that's going to celebrate how music of Disney has inspired people across the world. It's going to have floating set pieces, LED panels, moving fountains, pyro, lasers and more. So that is going to replace Illuminations, and that is another thing that we're really thrilled about, because we enjoyed watching Illuminations, but once we'd watched it we said, right, well, we don't really need to see that again. Whereas from the sounds of it, this sounds like it's going to have a bit more of a story to it. We felt like Illuminations, it was a brilliant fireworks show, but we weren't too keen on the story of it. We didn't quite get that. We didn't connect with it in the way that we do with other fireworks shows that Walt Disney or Disney put on. So this sounds really cool, and I'm looking forward to seeing it on a future trip. And until that starts, there's going to be a show called Epcot Forever, which is going to feature classical Epcot music. And I've raced through that. I think I'm just so giddy about all the things that are happening, all the changes. I mean, even from when we went, which wasn't that long ago, it was last year. Since then, we've got Star Wars: A Galaxy's Edge, Toy Story Land, which opened on the last day of our holiday, so we only got to go in and have a look. We didn't get to go on any of the rides. You've got all of these changes that are happening in Epcot, so not all of them are going to be done in 2020. You know, it's going to be a multi-year thing, and I think a lot of people are a bit worried about the construction and how much construction there's going to be, and it's not going to be pretty having all of the screens up and things like that. Might ruin some pictures, but I think it's just something that we as Disney fans, we have to embrace, because they're doing it for us. You know, they're doing it to make those parks even better. What I love about Disney is that they don't rest on their laurels. They're always looking for ways to improve, ways to get new people in, ways to create more Disney magic, and bring smiles to people's faces. And as you can see, I mean, these announcements have brought a smile to my face. I'm really excited to go back over the next few years and see all of those changes. Yeah, I'm just really excited for everything that's happening. And people question, why do you go back so many times? Well, it's because new things keep going in. They make it so easy to go back, because you come back and you're like, oh, I didn't get a chance to do that. Well, I better go back, put it on my next bucket list. So that's it, yeah. That's my video on the updates from D23 regarding Epcot. So like I said, I will be doing some videos on some of the other announcements that were made as well. There was a lot of announcements made to do with movies and things of that nature. So yeah, I will be doing a few more videos like this. If you liked it, then please give it a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts on all of the Epcot related news that I've put down in this video. And if you want to purchase a Slinky Dog button badge, then the description will have the link to the Etsy store. Thank you so much for watching. Epcot forever! We will see you in the next video. Bye.